It's good to be seen, so we're here.
Come on, sit down here, young man.
I guess, so we're standing, we'll stand here. Okay, it's my first standing mic I've ever, I don't remember using a standing mic in maybe 30, 40 years.
Right, guys, should we kick off now? Sam, do you want to sit down so we see?
Oh, I don't care. Yeah,
Have
you
a
tell
seat,
me.
young man. Have a seat.
Probably ask the camera guys, what's easier for you, if we just stand or you?
Sure.
If we
Okay.
stand, you like it better if we stand?
That's good then.
Yeah.
Right, so, Comic Con. That's men in capes, that's women in stitches. And for all you cosplay-tastic, hello, Kent Comic Con again! Here we go. So cool. He was flash, not me. So flash. He was happy to be called Gordon. Not only did he save the world, he's here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Flash, he's Gordon, he is Sam J. Jones!
So the young man here said, wait a minute, Mommy, that's not him. It is me, okay? It really is me.
It's him. And he's kept his hair, which is unlike some of us.
I use a good glue, you know, it's pretty good. You know?
So, how's it feel to save the world?
Well,
Yeah, you're gonna
I
save
helped
the
a
world.
little bit. You gotta be careful
You
when
did.
you say, I saved the world, man. No, you know, the character obviously helped a little bit.
Of
So,
course.
yeah, it's-
So can you tell us a little bit about, because it's an absolute iconic role, with Buster Crabbe and then you.
Yeah, you said you have to explain to them who Buster Crabbe.
Well,
How many know who Buster Crabbe is?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
you
look.
know, maybe 3%, yeah. He's the original Flash Gordon, Buster Crabbe. The original Flash Gordon from the 30s, 40s.
Sure.
The original Buck Rogers. He was one of the 18 Tarzans. And he won a gold medal in the Olympics as a swimmer. And he was Captain Gallant of the French Foreign Legion.
Can you tell us a little bit how you got the roles? Because it was an audition process.
Yeah, I mean, back
in those
then,
days.
yeah, things had changed dramatically because the audition process started actually in 1978.
Whoa.
And this is before we had video, you know, so interview after interview, auditions, and then that went on for 7 to 8 months plus. And then the final phase, it was Dino De Laurentiis, the famous
Sure.
Italian producer. He flew us to London for the old-fashioned Hollywood screen test. So I want you to get a picture of that, a visual. We didn't have video, so how do you do a Hollywood screen test? You need a film crew. I don't mean just a camera on a tripod. You need hair department, wardrobe, makeup. You need the electrical department, the camera, the lighting, everything. It was a massive scale for 30 days. And that was, so 30 days of screen testing, finally I got the part. So nowadays, they send me the material, right? I read it, I put that on a tripod, I do a self-tape, and I send it, okay? That's how cost-effective it is. Back then, just the 30 days of screen testing probably cost them in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And Sam, what about the filming itself? Where was it filmed? UK,
Oh,
America?
yeah, the first week of filming was the Isle of Skye in Scotland. Come on, man, that was incredible. Where I was taught by the Scots how to play darts, right? And you're probably saying, well, the Scots don't know how to play darts, man. We know how to play darts. No, it was wonderful. And then L Street Studios.
Right, there was a soundstage.
Shepperton a lot.
Yeah.
And then this unique place called Brooklyn Weybridge. Do you know what I'm talking about? Old aircraft hangars that Dino turned into, I don't want to say sound stages, but sets.
Yeah.
And on a massive scale. It was a unique venue. In the middle were these aircraft hangars, and surrounding it was this old 1930s racetrack, right? And so it was just a couple different places.
What about the other guys? Because there's a host.
We don't care about the other guys. We're here for me. It's all about me. All about me.
You today, Flash. You were with Gordon's Alive.
Brian Blessing. Come on, see, are you guys big fans of Brian? Yes. He is, what do you say, bonkers. No, he is, I mean, first of all, when he walks in, well, you would already know if he was here. Any room he walks into, he takes it by storm. He just can't help himself. And God bless him, this year, October, he's going to be 90. Wow. 90. And he's still a force to be reckoned with. It's unbelievable.
You have Max von Sydow.
Max was incredible.
Serious.
He's very, yes.
Very
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah. He was sort of a mentor. Both Brian and Max have, well, Max passed away, but he was a mentor to me. But Brian more so, because what Brian added to me, rather than giving me some encouragement, which is great, he used humor a lot.
Of course.
Yeah. And he made me laugh a lot.
And
he saw it was my first movie. You know, I mean, it was my first lead role. So when I walked on the set, I was like this, you know, and he said, come here.
Sure.
He said, relax. Take a breath. Come on, have fun.
And you had James Bond as well, didn't you?
Yeah, Timothy Dalton.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So was it fun?
It was fun. No, it was. But again, in the beginning, I was sort of overwhelmed and taken back. You know, why do you think they tell athletes, doesn't matter what the sport is, they tell athletes to block out the noise. Sure. And usually that noise in our lives isn't coming from somebody else. It's self-induced noise that can throw us off our game.
Okay.
So when they encouraged me, and I said, no, just, you know, I had to say, no, this is where I belong, and we're going to have fun. Yeah.
Right, so guys.
Oh, they're late. Let's give it up to them. Oh, we're getting late.
You just saved the world and you missed it. Look at that.
Yeah.
So guys, now it's your turn to ask questions, and we're joined by our glamorous assistants, two of them, Glamorous Lynn and Glamorous Craig. I am forced to say that by his contract. Can we have your Christian name, please?
Lee.
Lee.
Okay,
Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Meet Lee.
So what I want to ask about, I kind of want to ask about Flashburn, but I want to ask you how you got involved with the film Ted, and how it was like working with Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, he's a character. He's a nasty, dirty thinking man. I mean, look, I got the phone call from this guy. I don't know how he got my home number, but he did. This was probably, I think, 2010. He said, I'm Seth MacFarlane. Now, I knew who Seth was, but I had to say, who are you again? You know, I mean, my God, I knew his cartoons, his animated shows, Family Guy, Cleveland, American Dad, and the Cleveland Show. I knew they were successful. I had no idea. $1 billion with a B, $1 billion franchise. He said to me, he said, Sam, a big fan of Flash Gordon. When I grew up as a child, we used to party, watching you. And Universal Studios has given me the green light to make my first movie, so to be part of his inaugural writing, directing, producing movie. It was kind of cool. And so he goes, I want you to play yourself. I want you to read the script, and I know it's just like you. So I read the script, and I called him back. I said, Seth, did I party in the 80s? Yes, but this is pieces and parts of me. So anyway, we did it. But it's what you see in the movie is what I'm sure he embellished a little bit, but basically it's the same thing. You know, just party crazy and act like a nut. And it was fun. And again, to be part of his inaugural of that franchise. Yeah. So when I signed for 2, we filmed 2. I also signed for Ted 3. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that will come to fruition. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, he just started the new. I know you know the other series right now called Ted the Series that takes place in the 80s. Well, we just did a new series called Ted the Animated Series, and it takes off where Ted 2 left off. So I've been in the recording booth recording me as me. Which is weird.
Yes, thank you very
much. Do you have any other questions?
No, that's it.
Fantastic.
Thank
Next
you.
question, please. What have we got?
Okay, what's your name, please? Gary, please.
Gary meets Sam.
Flash is here. Good shirt. Okay.
What's the question, Gary?
I'd just like to know, obviously the soundtrack was fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet any of the members of Queen, and which one is your favourite track?
You know, no, I didn't, and I'm a little bit upset about it. Thank you for bringing that up. No, I was working. Here's the thing. All the other cast members, we had 1 day off a week. Remember, we filmed for 5 months here in England. and Sunday was the day off. So most of the cast went out Saturday night to your I heard it's still there for 46 years, called Tramp.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
club
yeah.
still happening? But anyway, I only made it there 3 times because of my work schedule, because I worked late, Saturday night, let's say, so I didn't make it. But when I went to Tramp, I met Mick Jagger, Bianca Jagger, Rod Stewart. He had a really cool.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah. Who?
Prince Andrew.
I didn't meet him. Oh, was he even born yet? This is 46 years ago. But also I met this really cool, your heavyweight fighter, John Conte. Do you remember
Yes.
John
Yeah,
Conte?
yeah.
Yeah, he was really cool. And so I got to, but all the other cast members spent a lot of time with Freddie and all of them. Now, when we did the documentary, Life After Flash, well, it was 5 years in the making. It took 5 years. We finished it a couple of years ago. The film crew interviewed Brian May. And if you get a chance to see it, there's some really pieces of gold in there where Brian May is talking about how difficult it was. Freddie did not want to hit the high notes, on the Flash. He didn't want to, and so Brian had to really encourage him to do it, and it became iconic, So the Queen, even for the younger generation, who, they haven't seen Flash Gordon yet, maybe they saw Ted, but they'll say, that superhero movie, where Queen did the soundtrack. That's how much, impact that Queen had in the movie, yeah.
Do you have a follow-up question, Gary?
No, that's it.
That's it. Next question, please. Young lady.
Yes, wait. Oh, yes, there you go. Hey,
What's your Christian name, young lady?
I'm Kate.
Hey, Kate.
Kate
Hi.
Reesan.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the most physically challenging scene was to film, because it looks like the tilting.
Oh, the battle, the rotating battle disc.
What was that like?
Look, when you're 23 and 24 years old, physically you can do anything, right? And I was a, American football player. I just got out of the Marine Corps, so I was ready to go. I can still do a lot of it now. There was a lot of tumbling and rolling on the floor. Now I can do it now, but I won't be able to walk tomorrow. You see, but yeah, when you're young like that, you can do all that tumbling, falling on the wood, or even the concrete. Some of the sets was a concrete floor. But challenging, the only thing challenging physically is what you just said. Hey, how we doing? Glad you made it, man. Yeah, you got a good front row seat right here. Yeah. Because the challenge of the battle disc, remember, it's not only, first of all, it's elevated, right? And are you texting? Are you watching Flash Gordon? Yeah, don't let them watch Ted, okay? My kids cannot see Ted until they're 30 years old, okay? So just to let you know. But no, so the challenge is, here's the disc, which is already elevated, I think, around 15, 18 feet in the air. And then when it tilted, the highest point was about 22, 23 feet. So I knew we were going to fall a lot. And, it was kind of too low for an airbag, and it was too high for mats, So it's my first, and I've done a lot of, I don't want to say my own stunts, I've done a lot of, where did he go? Is he okay? You got somebody with him?
He's alright. No, my partner.
Okay, you got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. In England, first time, they would take boxes.
Yeah.
Big boxes, cardboard boxes. And they would stack them on an offset. Instead of like this, like that, it'd be like boom, boom, boom. And I'm up on top of the disc with the stuntman before we film it. And I said, what are those boxes doing there? He goes, oh, mate, you're going to fall on those when you fall. I went, okay, well, you do it. Okay. So he jumps, and on impact, you hear, oh, okay. You're okay. He goes, it's okay. It's just, on impact, the corners of the box will hit your rib cage. Okay, it won't break it, but it will hurt. And then after that, your body forms into the cardboard produces a mold of your body. It was quite fascinating. So, I fell about 10 or 12 times because you want to get into the action, not worry about, falling. And I fell, and every time it would hit my ribs, the corner, the corners of the cardboard box. And then all of a sudden, your body would just, like a foam, like a mold of your body. It just protected it. And then after you got out, the stunt people would come over and they kick the boxes back and put them back together and do it again. But the challenge wasn't that. The challenge was 3 guys working hydraulics on the disc. One for the tilt, and 2 other guys working the knives, the what do you call them, the stakes,
the pointy bits.
the pointy bits.
Yeah.
And so, but that's not going to hurt you because they were hollow bicycle pumps, hollow, and the top was a hard piece of rubber. So, Timothy and I worked out that we called it a dance, this fight scene choreography, but you're still going to end up improvising. So, our concern was, if we roll on it while it's in the up position, it's going to break. It's not going to hurt us, it's going to break. And now you stop production. Now the engineers have to come back and shut down for 2 or 3 hours. And so we did this dance and we didn't break anything, and it was wonderful. And now remember, we used a real bullwhip. We were trained by, I'm not making this up, we were trained by a cowboy. Do you call cowboys cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay. But he was a bullwhip master. Okay, I was trained by a bullwhip master. And we were trained because the director wanted to hear the crackling sound of the whip. So Timothy and I, we had this, we rehearsed it for a couple of weeks, and we had an agreement, the Yankee and the Brit, okay? We had this agreement. Let's keep our distance, right, on action, and during the actual fight scene, let's not, especially our eyes, oh God, but let's keep our distance. And we had this agreement, and then director called action, and I think Timothy had the first whip with the bullwhip, and he actually in real life hit me across my chest, and it hurt really bad. So Timothy looked at me, and then I gave him that Yankee look, like, game on, and it was actually kind of cool. I didn't hit him back. I wanted to, so I just tackled his ass, and then we went into it. But he was really good. He was really good with all of that. But you saw some of the real deal stuff in there, And thank God nobody got really hurt. Got a little scar here, big deal.
So guys, I think we've got time for one more question.
Yeah. Sorry for the long answers, but yeah, I'll make them shorter.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your name?
Arab.
Your Christian name?
Arab.
Oh, sorry.
Sarah.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
Arab. Okay,
Meet
it's my
Sam.
name, it's Zuzana. It's no problem.
Okay. Fantastic.
But I want to ask about Stargate and about.
Oh, SG-1.
Yeah.
I played the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking for people, bad people running from the law. That's what I do. I hunt you down.
And what was it like?
Oh, it's wonderful. No, great cast. It's more challenging as an actor, if you have your own TV show or if you're the lead in a movie, you're more at ease, more comfortable. When you walk onto a big production like that, where you're not just a guest, right? So there's more pressure on you, and they were wonderful. They were wonderful, and the cool thing is I got to kidnap all of them, right? I got to kidnap all of them, but it was probably I get a lot of a lot of the fans when they come to my table and they see that photograph, me as the bounty hunter, they said you were not in SG-1. So my point is. Half the fans, they're surprised to see that was me because remember, I think 1/3 through that show, I had a mask on. Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. Where are you from? You're from Eastern Europe. Where are you from?
I'm from Czech Republic.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. My wife are going to go soon. We're going to go. I've never been and we're looking forward to it.
How are we doing on time, guys? Am I
what?
Yeah,
yes.
one more sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why, do you have somebody else coming?
Yeah, no, it's just
Let's take a couple more because I'll keep the answer short.
Young lady.
Carla Jean.
Hi, Carla Jean. Meet Sam.
Hi.
Hey, you have an American name there, Carla Jean.
I'm named after my American cousin,
See?
who is from Kansas.
See?
And
Oh, okay.
although I'm not, when I was younger, there's a difference. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, but I didn't realise at the time that Kansas City is not in Kansas.
It's in Missouri. It's in Missouri, not Kansas. Yeah, it's funny.
I love everything tornadoes and stuff like
Yeah.
that as well. But the question I wanted to ask Well, there was two actually, if you don't mind. Firstly, have you collected any memento?
I do. I have a flash board. I have an extensive flash board. I think I have one of the I think I have the largest flash board collection, seriously, on the planet. I mean, I have some big items, but primarily every comic book, every action figure. We're talking about over 1,000 items. And then I have a Flash Gordon custom Harley. That was a gift. I rode Harleys for years. I still do, but it's kind of a show bike, so I don't ride it. I just ride it in my neighborhood. The pinball machines and all of that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been collecting, but what I did take is I have from the set, other than I have the original Flash T-shirts. So if anybody ever comes up to you and if they say to you that they have the original Flash shirt, well, here's the indicator. All the Flash shirts from the movie were hand painted. So every T-shirt, there were 8 or 9, they were all torn and ripped in the action scenes. So I have the one remaining. So in each hand painted shirt, there's a little discrepancy, a little drop of paint or something like that. So that's it. But the neck, the sleeves, and Flash, and the lightning bolt is the real deal. I've got the real deal.
And you had
My other one was, in TED, you appeared as a registrar for the wedding.
What did I appear as?
Registrar for the wedding?
What's a registrar?
Celebrant.
Oh, it's the person that says you're married.
You mean I was the priest, the preacher? Yeah, okay.
Officiate.
You call your preachers here a registrant?
Well, there's,
Okay, that's a while. Okay, well, I should know that, but yeah. Yes, I'm married. Yes.
License to marry people.
I do not, but after when that movie came out, they contacted. I don't know how they got my number, but me and my representation said, "We want Sam J. Jones to marry us." And the first thing I said because it was usually from the groom, when I was able to talk to the groom getting married, I said, "Young man, your marriage is about your bride. Now, why would you bring a celebrity into your wedding when all the attention will go away from your bride and on me?" He said, "Yeah, I didn't really think about that." I said, "Yeah, your bride is the most important anyway." So yeah, that was quite fascinating,
We absolutely out of time.
Yeah.
Have you got
2 minutes.
2 minutes?
2 minutes, come
Right,
on.
fast question, come on, fast question.
Come on.
Someone
Yes.
talk quickly, madam.
I don't know anything about this because it was before my
See,
time.
You're supposed to say
Security? Right here, right now.
that wasn't the question we're hoping for, madam. She's a super fan.
I'm being educated today.
What's your Christian name?
Shelley.
Shelley, who doesn't know anything at all about why she's here. It's a question for Sam.
My question to you is, if you didn't work in entertainment all your life, what would you have done otherwise?
That's a cool question. I can tell you my life in a few seconds. I joined the Marine Corps at 17 to be a lifer. That means to stay there for 30, 40 years. I started playing Marine Corps football, American football. I got pride and arrogant thinking the pros needed me. So I left the Corps after 4 years. I went to try out for the Seattle Seahawks professional team. And you know what they said to me? They said, "Thank you very much, but we don't need you." So here I am now, 21. At 21, my football career, my athletic career is over. And my military career is over. So I got down, I put my head down, and a guy, but the cool thing about no matter what we do in life, if we could just get over ourselves a little bit and raise our eyes, there's usually, the good Lord has opened up sometimes a gigantic door of opportunity that we really can't see because we're so down on ourselves. A guy gave me a magazine article on Clint Eastwood. And that was 1976, and that inspired me to go to Hollywood and be an actor. So that's my story. So even at a young age, older age or whatever, when things, when all of a sudden, what we believe our future is going to be, and it all of a sudden comes to a halt, there's always another door or little window open, but we just need to see it. And here I am, 40, all these years later. So I went to Hollywood in early 77.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So look, a huge pleasure, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
huge.
much.
We're huge pleasure.
Huge pleasure. It's been a great pleasure. Have a lovely day, all of you. And one final big thank you to Sam J.
Oh, yeah.
got Lynn and Patrick in the back there, all right? Yeah, no. He's Patrick. What did I say?
He's Patrick.
He's Patrick.
And he's Craig.
Craig, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
all right, listen in. Thanks
Well,
again, guys. Have a great day.
both from the Irish guy.
Just say hello.
Derek Lyons, yes. How you been, man? So these people claim to know you, and they asked me, do you know Derek Lyons? I said, I have no idea who he is. Good to see you, brother. Well, you're seeing me right now. But God bless you. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Love that.